Hi, I'm Bob from CWI Performance. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the Foxbody, the ship box that I bought to build the SEMA car out of. From the last video, we put it on the rotisserie, stripped the car, and then I went out and sandblasted my friend Mike's. Found out some interesting things about the car. The car is actually two cars that are sectioned together. So at some time, this car was probably crashed, and they chopped it off here and here, and actually it's the back half of another Mustang welded onto it. But they did a good job with the torque boxes and stuff, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Since we're gonna put floors in it anyway and put a cage in it, I don't think it's a big deal breaker. We are going to chop the roof off here, and with that roof we're going to put a new section on because this had an aftermarket sunroof installed and the top's all warped to crap. Inside the car, you'll notice that the floorboards are pretty rotten. You can see where they put the other car in, and the main reason the floorboards are rotten in this car is because that sunroof leaked over time. Once again, I have whole new floor sections. We're putting a cage in it. It's not overly concerning to me. I care more about the torque box structure and the overall car itself. You know, the quarters are pretty solid. We're gonna mini tub it, so all this sheet metal stuff that might have a little issue is getting replaced anyway. As we go to the front, we can see where there's been something dropped on it. There's a little Bondo repair here. There's some rust in the front subframe rails, and it looks like somebody must have raced or done something because there's some MIG welds in here where these cars, they twisted quite a bit because they didn't have a lot of support, and it was pretty common for them to break loose, so they welded it. I mean, this is a 33-year-old car, so it's probably had not the bestest life in the world. Right now, Clayton and Preston are kind of getting some of this old sound deadening material out of the inside. So they're using a torch, heating up the backside of the metal a little bit, and just scraping that off. I'm gonna cut all that metal out. I just don't wanna weld with that crap in the car because it catches on fire sometimes. So we're in this building that we purchased, and we're gonna rent it out in a month, but we're using it temporarily for some of our car stuff. But we had Buck the Truck out. Buck the Truck was kind of famous. My son built that for the Battle of the Builders about 4 years ago for SEMA. It was my grandpa's farm truck. He drove this truck through high school and college, but it's a really cool truck. Kind of a lower budget build. It's got really awesome paint. It's a really solid truck. It's got a no limit front suspension in it. The back's a Ride Tech street grip. We basically built everything on this truck. So it's a small block Chevy. It's got our GC cooling radiator package that we do with CNR Racing. We made some little carbon fiber inner fenders. This truck's pretty original. The truck was rusty. We had to put rockers and cab corners on it twice. Once when my grandpa had it, and then once when we had it. We put new box sides on it, new fenders on it. This is actually the original grille. Smooth the bumper. It's got some really cool, when we did the graphics, I don't know if the camera will show it, but this is House Colors candy paint. So this is a Orion silver, or their silver. And then in here we took some Harbor Freight like toolbox liner mat and made carbon. So it looks just like carbon fiber on there. And then it's got the tangerine on top. So it's a really cool truck. So we'll give you some more updates on the Foxbody. What we're gonna plan to do is in August, so this is the second week of July right now. By mid-August, we plan to have the cage in it, the sheet metal work all done, and have the motor and trans set in the car. Then we can do all the final fit and finish. Go to maybe do some testing with the car before we paint it, or maybe just paint it and then reassemble the car. Make sure you hit like or subscribe to our channel so you can get all the updates on the car, because it's going to go rather quickly, and we'll post them as soon as the updates are available.